Okay. Are you rolling or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
We're rolling full
rolling.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
that can be good.
Oh,
hey
what did I say?
everybody, and welcome to the Yap and Dash Roadrunner podcast. Today I am joined by Julio and Mark. They are in the cinema club. Mark is the president, and Julio is the VP, senior and sophomore.
Whoa.
So say hi, welcome.
Hello.
in. Javier. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Say hi again.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi. I'm Julio.
I'm Mark.
Okay.
We are representatives of the cinema club here at UT San Antonio.
Yeah.
Indeed, we are.
Perfect. Okay, guys, so we'll roll into the first segment. This is just supposed to be, light and fun. Don't be stressed. Don't be worried. Really sink into the chair. Be comfortable.
Let it wash over you.
There you go. There you go. So the first question is for Julio.
Oh, for me.
Yeah. So you were born in California, right?
That's right. Yes.
But you moved here in 7th grade.
That's correct. Yes.
So do you think you claim California internally, or are you a proud San Antonian?
Okay, that's a great question. I have debated this very question for years now. Like very recently, around the time I got into college, because at this point, I've spent a good amount of time here in San Antonio. I feel like part of me is San Antonian at this point. I'm very aware of what the city is like. Mm-hmm. I know what the culture, what the people are like, in a way that I sort of don't really feel for California anymore. It's been a minute. Most of my formative years were here. Mm-hmm. I grew up here. I really became who I am today here in San Antonio. Yeah, I think I would consider myself San Antonian. California doesn't feel distant, but I also do recognize I'm way more intimately familiar with San Antonio at this point.
There you go. He's official San Antonian.
Official.
California, who is that? We don't know.
Yeah,
her.
who's that guy?
And then, Mark, you said since you were little, we kind of had this topic of does everybody in film want to be a director? But you said when you were 11, roughly,
Yes.
I think. That's when you decided you wanted to be one. So was that a movie that made you decide that, or just...
Yes,
okay.
actually. So, some kind of background on that. I always had a bit of a storytelling, filmmaking thing. I used to make stop motion with my Lego figures and everything. That was what I did a lot when I was a kid. Or I would just make videos in general on my 3DS or whatever. So I always had that side there, but I didn't know. Okay, this is what I want to do with my life until I was 11 when I watched La La Land for the first time. That was just the movie that made it click for me. So that's still one of my favorite movies. Obviously, you can't really erase something that's that personal to you when it has that big of an impact on your life. But that was, I don't know if it's a thing where if I didn't watch that movie it wouldn't have ever happened, but that was what made it kind of click in my head. This is what I want to do.
I love that movie. I know every song word for word.
So
I'm not a
good.
dancer, but trust, eventually in my lifetime I will learn the dances.
Oh, you should. I love the dances.
I love that movie. It's not
It's
even
so good.
funny. I've watched it so many
amazing.
times, and I will watch it again and again
Yeah.
and again.
I think I've seen it I think the most I watched it was 3 or 4 times last year alone. It is a very good movie. You should see it if you haven't.
Yes, please watch
watch
it.
it.
Please. It'll change your life. Maybe you'll be like
Maybe
Mark, and
maybe
you'll become a
be
director.
the next one.
Oh my gosh. Well, beside La La Land, you believe that there is no such thing as a bad movie.
This is true.
Right. Okay. So be honest. Even this, why do you think that? I guess.
I think that there is always something to appreciate in a film, even if it doesn't if it's not something for you. I know I'll bring up a recent example. As part of Cinema Club, we're starting a new thing, a mystery screening, every last Monday of the month. And our first one was this maximalist Japanese musical called The Legend of the Stardust Brothers. I'm not a big fan of maximalism myself. But I can't deny that movie's got stuff to it. It is wild. It is insane. It is a fun time. There's even commentary there on like what stardom does to people, how the industry views its pop stars. There is substance to it.
Yeah.
It's just like, not my personal type of movie, but I would never call it a bad movie. It's just something that's not for me. And I think that is what do you call it? I think you should watch movies that maybe are not going to be for you, because there is a value to it. There is something to gain from every movie, every film. I would even encourage the viewers, if there's a movie that you don't like, go watch it again. Maybe it'll connect differently this time.
Was there a movie like that for you?
Sorry?
Was there a movie like that for you that you were like, I'll watch it again, give it a chance?
Oh, I can't think of a specific. I know that happened somewhat recently for me, and I don't know why I'm like blanking on it now. But I feel like sometimes I do have times where I'm like, maybe that I wasn't ready for that movie, or it doesn't like hit. Oh, I know what the example was. It was from Cinema Club last semester. I did not like Donnie Darko. I was very outspoken
Famously.
on this in club last semester. I did not enjoy it very much, but I also was kind of having a bad day when we watched it. So I'm not gonna be like, that's a bad movie. And there's still things that I like about it, but it wasn't really. It wasn't the kind of thing where I was like, oh my goodness, this is a horrible movie. It was just, I didn't like this. Maybe I'll like it again I'll like it if I rewatch it later down the line. But it was one of those things where it didn't hit the way that it does for a lot of people for me. So I think that would be an example for me.
So did your Lego stop motions hit for you? Was that something?
Did they hit for me?
Was that
at the time? Yeah.
At the time.
There was some drama with.
Wait, is it still circulating out there in the
It's
world?
not. I'm one of my unironically, one of my biggest regrets is that when I was like 13 and I got all angsty and got embarrassed about that, I deleted all of them forever.
Bring it back.
There's like, I can't recover them or like go back to them anyway, which
You have to make them again. You have to make them
remake
again.
them.
Yes,
From memory. Like,
do it again.
Yeah. Did all the voice acting and everything.
That is so iconic. Why would you take that off the world?
I would make like Batman ones and stuff. So I had somewhere out
your
there
best Batman
in
voice.
the universe. There's a clip of like 11-year-old me
In
doing
Batman?
a Joker voice.
Can you do it for us right now?
No, I cannot. Sorry.
Oh man.
It's okay. We tried. I tried, but beside that, your hot take.
My hot take.
You said some movies are best watched alone.
They are.
Like alone at home or alone go to a theater and they sit down and just be there.
I'm biased. I love the movie theater going experience. I will always say alone can be at home or in a movie theater. I think sometimes just being with yourself and watching something and just letting it completely wash over you without the pressure, without having pressures of having other people around you to maybe make you want to hold back or reserve feeling those emotions. Being alone, I feel is such an easy gateway to fully grasp a film, like a really emotional, heavy film. Yeah. I don't think there is no place for the group watching. Obviously not. I love the movie theater. A big reason for that is getting to go with your friends or getting to watch movies with a lot of the people around you. I know. And sometimes you'll go with a group and the movie is gonna hit you so deeply you can't help but just be emotional, be vulnerable around so many people. And that was a very beautiful experience too, but I'm not going to deny, it is nice to watch a film by yourself. It is nice to watch the big drama film that you've wanted to get around to just by yourself. Just let it completely wash over you. I think there's a time and place for both.
Yeah, and when it comes to your hot take, you said that old films are better than modern films.
I don't know if I would say it that way. I had a very roundabout way of saying what I said.
Okay, which way would you say?
I think that in a lot of ways, I'm not saying I hate modern movies.
No, not like so negatively.
Not anything like that. But I think that a lot of older movies, the limitations that older movies had led to more creativity, and you would have to adjust a little bit and carefully plan things out a lot more than you do nowadays, where you can kind of get however many angles you want. You can do as many takes as you want. With older films, when it was limited to film stock and not nearly the same amount of resources that we have now for filmmaking, I think there was a much more attention to detail and kind of planning out every single thing, because nothing can go wrong.
Right.
Now it's like, if one thing goes wrong, okay, we can retake or we can fix it in post. That wasn't the case. So I think in that way, that is something that has kind of been lost. So like the art of old filmmaking has kind of been lost. I think that would be my take.
Doing more with less than what you have, something like that. Wait, they're just saying like that. I swear.
Doing more with less. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, for sure.
yes. Thank you.
Less is more, or something like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I personally don't watch films like that, but I have stumbled upon an old film or two. You know, I really love. I think I watched a Bonnie and Clyde one.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that one.
I don't remember who directed it, but I remember watching it and I was like, wait, this is
Yeah,
This is Loki good.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've been meaning to get around to it. I've heard good things about it from people who have seen it.
Yeah, I think there's only. I'm sure there's multiple. How do you feel about like people continuously making the same movie but in different like ways? You know, like Wuthering Heights just came out, but there's like 3 other ones before that one. So it's like.
I think there's like it's interesting because on one hand, if you could look at something like James Bond and be like, oh, they're just making the same thing over and over again with the same character, but in a way, you're also retelling those stories for different generations throughout time, because there's like very few people who went and saw the first James Bond movie in theaters who went and got and also saw every single one up to the most recent one. Same thing with like Batman or anything. Like you can't. For some things, like I think it does make sense to retell it over time. I'm not saying we should remake every movie, but sometimes retelling things in a new way or like in a modern way can be pretty interesting. I mean, there's a lot of I think of like Clueless is a Shakespeare play.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's Much Ado About Nothing, I think.
I wish I knew the answer to that.
I'm pretty sure Clueless is like adapted from Shakespeare. There's a few movies like that. I think
Lion King is Hamlet.
Am I thinking? I know Clueless is one of them, but I think with Much Ado About Nothing, I think I'm thinking of 10 Things I Hate About You.
Really?
So,
I did not know.
You're right.
So like a lot of rom-coms and stuff like that, a lot of like 2000s or 90s movies are like retellings of Shakespeare, but in a a much more modern way.
Guys, what?
I know. It's crazy.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just a great 2000s movie. I was like,
and it is, but they're like taking elements or ideas from these older works and reinterpreting them in a new way. And I think that is kind of the best mentality to take when it comes to like remaking something or adapting something to more modern material. I think it's really interesting. I think that's one of the beautiful things about art in general.
Yeah, just the reinterpretation, the way we take a story and we bring it alive through a completely different lens, a completely different group of people who saw it in a completely different way and took drastically different things from it. I think it is so fascinating. It reflects what is important, what was important then, what's important now, what we value now, what we valued then. It's so fascinating.
Yeah.
I love seeing adaptations. I love seeing what they do.
Now that y'all said all of that, I'm like mind blown, because it's crazy what you like really don't know when you're not really thinking about it or like learning about it, like you guys in a sense, like that's crazy. Like I actually just learned how many roles there is behind the scenes in a film production, and I was was like, there's no way. There's like 80. Wait, is it AD? There's like an AD,
Assistant
a
director.
DP,
Assistant
a
director,
director. There's like a sound person, obviously makeup and like hair, and then there's like a. Wait, which one is the one that like make sure the set is like running, like schedules, times, food.
Assistant director.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, there's. I thought it was just director and actor and screenwriter.
Yeah, and that
Literally had no idea.
It's insane. Like if you watch like the credits of like a Marvel movie or something, it's like
It's
there
massive.
are hundreds of people working on those sets. It's
I always
insane.
wondered. I was
Yeah.
like, why are there so many names? But now that I'm taking a film class, I get it.
Yeah, and
I
that's only a
understand.
fraction of the roles when
Yeah.
you get into like big movie making.
Yeah. Do you guys think that maybe learning so much about behind the scenes kind of takes away from the act? Like when you finish a movie, like me, I don't know anything. So when I watch a movie, I feel it as a whole. I don't know what happened in the back. So, I'm like, I'm not directing, I'm not learning. But you guys are like learning behind the scenes. Do you think that takes away from the emotional part of actually watching the movie?
Absolutely not. I actually would argue it adds to it. Being so familiar with the filmmaking process and being so familiar with the people behind these films, I think it adds a whole other layer to what it is you are watching. I know, like, one of my favorite directors, Paul Thomas Anderson, I know a big reason why I like his films is because I've seen where he as an artist has grown and shifted over time. I know his first few films are very, like, high energy, fast camera movements, lots of one takes, shifting cameras, and you compare that to after his fifth film, or during his fifth film, his style completely changes. You see him take like static shots that become static, they become controlled. Everything, it becomes a lot more loose. He's more willing to let actors take the rein. He works more directly with them. It becomes more of a joint project. And it's like understanding little nuances like this, to me, I think does elevate these films that I already really enjoy. I guess another example would be something like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, a film that is really, really good, really tight. It's like a short, like hour 40, and it says so much in that runtime.
Yeah.
But then you look into it, and it's like it could only have been possible with this specific writer, this specific director, this specific editor, the specific cinematography style, the specific actors. All of these different elements, I think, really come together to create a really fascinating whole.
Yeah.
And that's a whole level of appreciation that's just further gained on top of an already excellent film. I think understanding these things really elevates like the movie watching experience.
I agree for the most part. I think I have like a weird relationship with that because I think of something like horror, where I feel like because and maybe it's just me being desensitized in general, but because I know so much about filmmaking, because I know like a decent amount about filmmaking, I know the process behind this. I feel like sometimes it's harder for me to get completely immersed in a movie, like because I'm always thinking about that, and it's hard to kind of shut that part of my brain off when it's been part of my brain for so long. So for something like horror, I can't really name a single horror movie that's actually scared me because I know it's fake, and I like
what happened behind it,
how
it got to that point.
So I think it's like a suspension of disbelief kind of thing where it's hard for me to just shut off the logical part of my brain sometimes because I like thinking about that stuff. I like thinking about, why did they frame it this way? Why did they, this choice of music and whatnot? I like thinking about that, but because of that, it also does make it hard to completely just lose yourself in a movie for me. So it's both like a blessing and a curse in that way because it teaches me a lot about filmmaking, but it also means I think I have a very different experience of watching a movie than most people do who don't necessarily have the same knowledge about film. So I do sort of like sometimes I'm a little jealous of that. I'm like I wish I could just like completely get lost in a movie because that just doesn't happen very often for me.
I think I kind of like relate to you. I actually relate to both of you because I understand like sensitivity part, but it's like when I don't know how it was made. Like I cannot know how it was made. If I know, then I will think about every scene and
Yeah.
how it was like recorded and how it was like the audio, how they acted, how it was like how it went, the like functionality of it all. Like that is what my brain will process. So I think I'm better just being blind to anything because I love movies and like I don't know, I don't want to like kind of take that like I guess like that emotional like attachment to it away because then I would start to think like, how was this? That was like even this like when I'm gonna watch this afterward to edit, I'm gonna think about like specifically like how I was or like like all that stuff. But
for sure,
we gotta get away from the working brain. Friend.
Yeah, anytime I've like acted in a short film of like my own that I edited, I'm just spending the whole time like, oh, I could have said that slightly differently, and I'm just nitpicking every single thing that I say or like any movement that I make. I'm like, I look so awkward here, and it's just like I look normal. I look like a person. Like, who cares?
I mean, well, transitioning from like, how you guys got into it, let's kind of switch over to like UT San Antonio students now, right? So, Julio, you said that you were communications first.
That's right. I was.
And then you ended up switching over to film. And then you were capped, but then you stayed. You were still, but you came in as communications. You both started as communication, right? So how did y'all find y'all's way to film and even the cinema club as UT San Antonio students?
Oh, do you want to take this?
I can go first.
All right, you go first.
So I only really did communications because I was in CAP. So I don't know what exactly it was about that. I think because at UT Austin, it's like film is a communications major, not a liberal arts major. So I think it was because of that, maybe. Like that was just kind of how it went. And so I didn't take film classes in my freshman year, but I did have full intention on like, I'm going to switch over to a film major whenever I go to UT. I did end up staying. I am staying until like I finish my bachelor's. But and I'm like kind of just fully in film media now, and it's pretty exciting watching the program grow, because even when I started in fall of 2024, the program was still kind of just getting started. Like it's still a very new program, and it's been exciting semester to semester seeing the new things that pop up, the new opportunities, the new classes and everything. And it's really fun seeing that grow in real time. And sort of connected to that with Cinema Club. When I first started at UT San Antonio, it was Entertainment and Film Club. And I started as a member in my first semester, moved up to an officer in my second semester in spring 2025. And then we all kind of collectively decided to rebrand to Cinema Club going into next year. I was creative head last semester, and then now I'm president. So it's been a like kind of, it's been a road, but I don't even remember how I found Entertainment and Film Club. I think I looked on Rowdy Link, and I was just, what clubs are at UT San Antonio?
Yeah.
And Entertainment and Film Club popped up, and I'm like, that's my whole thing. That's like, maybe
I should go there.
Right. That maybe that can kind of fill the void until I'm majoring in film next year. Right. So that is kind of how that went for me.
Right, you.
Not too dissimilar of a story. I mean, I was never a CAP student. I was a UT San Antonio, like, through and through. But I know coming into this, like, we had a baby film program that was starting out. They had a film minor available, and I jumped into communications because in my head I figured, well, that's close enough to film, and also, it gives me the advantage of having giving opportunities for a real job should something go wrong or anything like that. So I hopped into communications, and I think it was through like one of the introductory events on campus. I think the Colfa get to know, something like that, where some clubs were around, and I ran into the tabling that the Entertainment and Film Club was doing, and they were like, hey, we're all about movies. We like to talk about it, to talk about filmmaking, we like to make movies. I'm like, oh, I think that's the club for me. And I've been there pretty much since my first semester here at UT San Antonio. And as I spent more time there, I was catching wind of like how things were going in the film program. They're like, oh, it's growing. We have more classes now. Oh, we're going to be a full-on major that's being offered here on campus. And at this point, I had started to feel like, okay, communications really isn't for me. I really, really want to make film. I want to spend like all of my time doing that, learning everything I can about that. And so by the time the film and media program was like a full-on major, it was a no-brainer for me. I'm gonna jump ship, go to be a film major.
Yeah.
And I've been one ever since. I've been taking like exclusively film courses since starting like 2 years ago. And obviously I've been with club. I've seen it grow and evolve and change into the cinema club that it is today.
Yeah.
I was an officer before and after the rebrand. Since then, I've been VP. I was VP last semester, VP again this semester. And I love the club. It's really cool. I love cinema club.
And that's so cool that I feel like a lot of students, maybe like even now or once maybe potentially watching this, that want to come to UT San Antonio, kind of look over the resources. But that's how you guys found what you're doing now. Like you used Routing Link, and then you went to
I just went to the orientations.
Yeah.
I checked it out. I got involved, and surprise.
Yeah, I mean, is there any other resources that you guys like use even now, or you might continue to use?
I mean, the JPL is just, it's such a good resource. Just in general, honestly, with like one, it's just a good, like the fact that it's 24 hours and everything.
Oh,
the fact that like if I have downtime, I can go there. If I need to study, I can go there. Like it's just a good general like place to be. But also when it comes to if I'm like writing papers or something like that, like the amount of resources that they have like in their database is pretty useful. Like I haven't really ran into any issues with that at any point of like, oh, I can't find anything on this topic. There's usually at least something.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool, at least within my field. But that, and then I feel like just, this doesn't really count, but I feel like just the students in general, I feel like the culture around campus is very, like, even when I first started, I didn't feel, oh, I'm like, this is so intimidating, I'm going to a new college, I'm just starting college and everything. It sort of just, like, I feel like I sort of just immediately fell into a groove of things, and it just I think that's in part due to the culture on campus and partly just the student body in general.
That's true. A lot of students feel that way, and even me. Like I feel like compared to like other like colleges, UT San Antonio is very close knitted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's like hard not to find your place here. You know, like I feel like almost if you ask anybody, they're in something. Or they're like, they have a job that they love. Like I have this job and I love it, and it's only because like I guess I came here, but like I also like joined stuff and I looked around and like I used the resources like I forgot what it's called, Handshake. I love Handshake.
Yes,
Handshake.
Handshake. Me and Handshake. Hey. That's time for my boss right now.
Yeah.
Shout out Marshall and Javier. Hi, Javier. Hey, John. John's over there, too.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Hi, Julio.
Hey, guys. I'm just kidding. A little quick.
And hello to the viewer.
Right. Who's ever watching? Well, I mean, but we all love UT San Antonio, right? I'm just kidding. But you live off campus.
I do live off campus,
So do you.
yes.
Mm-hmm. You love it so much. You drive an hour and a half every day.
I do drive an hour.
Mark, why would you drive an hour and a half?
Do I have to go? So, I live in Austin. Yeah, I know, right? Fix this.
Do it.
I live in Austin. I got trapped into a lease over there, and so my apartment is over there, and then I commute over here, which is very fun. I-35 is just, it's like a roller coaster. It's just so fun. I love it so much. No, but it's, I enjoy it a lot here, and I do think it's like, it's worth it, I think, overall, even though I am not going to stay in that apartment and I'm going to move back here. Like,
Yes.
Yay.
Come home.
Commuting goes
come back.
is just insane.
Come back. We can watch a
Yeah.
movie when you're here.
Yeah, right?
I know. But originally you're from Katy.
Yes.
So beside your apartment in Austin, do you feel like UT San Antonio is, far from home, or you're kind of just like far enough to be your own person?
I would say far enough. I mean, it's I do sort of, I feel like, because I lived in Katy for pretty much, like, most of my life. I lived there I moved there in 4th grade, and then I graduated high school there. So I had, like, and it was all in, like, the same area. So a lot of the same people who I went to elementary school with were people who I graduated with.
Yeah.
So I think once you reach that point, there is sort of a, like, you kind of just want to experience something new. You kind of want to go elsewhere. So I was always kind of like, I'm probably not going to go to school in the Houston area. It just never really crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like moving here, it's like I'm still within distance of that. Like, I can make a day trip or a weekend to Houston if I need to visit my dad or anything. But like, it's I feel like I've sort of established my own life here and in Austin, I guess. But like, I guess across both, since I'm in both at the same time. I don't know. Yeah, but I'd say so. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm also from Houston, so I feel the same way. But
Yeah.
I don't go home. I haven't gone home as often, which
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I just I don't know. What do I do here? Work,
Yeah.
work. Occasionally hang out.
Some more work.
More work. Yeah. This right now. This
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we can challenge.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No, okay. Well,
Whoa.
here he comes.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
For me?
this is for
Oh, thank
the next
you.
thing, but the challenge, real quick, it's just gonna be a.
Oh.
Well, let him have his moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it's gonna be really fast as we transition to the last part. So just hold it on tight, ref. I'll whistle you in. Thank you. Okay, so this is just for you guys. It's a real quick. Don't think about it. Just like wrap it. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a yes or cut it. Okay.
Okay.
So whoever answers first, it's a free for all.
Oh boy.
You ready? Okay. Remaking a classic movie.
Sure, do it.
Shooting an entire short film on an iPhone.
Cut it.
Black and white film in 2026.
Keep it.
Keep it.
A 3-hour runtime for a student film.
Cut it.
No dialogue, just visuals.
Keep it.
Keep
Horror
it.
movie with 0 jump scares.
Keep it.
Keep it.
A musical about college burnout.
Yes.
Sure.
Watching movies strictly alone.
Yes.
Calling a
Strictly?
movie
I don't know.
movie
Oh.
mid.
Cut it, man.
Cut it.
Okay, last one. Using AI to help write a
Cut
screenplay.
it.
All right, there you go. All right, now it's picture time. Come on,
Yeah,
John.
picture
Yes.
Now this is a podcast.
Yes.
Whoa. Crayons. I have not used
Yes,
crayons
use
in
all-
years.
yes, we have markers, colored pencils, crayons. I got the best for you guys.
No, I'm using the
Of
crayons. I
course.
don't need anything else. I'm
Okay,
set.
so for this page, again, no stick figures. That was the rule.
Dang
And
it.
you have to fill up as much of the page as you can. Okay?
Okay.
And it's going to be you guys 7 years from now. I was going to say 5, but like we take 4 years for school, something like that's not necessarily realistic. But, 7 years is kind of like a good even, I think,
Yeah.
maybe. Well, you may begin,
I
and
shall.
I will begin my questions.
Oh,
But
more
yeah.
questions.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Go ahead,
It's like
guys.
a multitask
Yeah,
thing.
yes, this is multitask.
Oh boy.
Okay, Julio, we're going to start with you.
Oh, okay.
So, for you, your interest in film kind of started with family movie nights.
That's right.
So, when did it become a personal identity for you?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think it was around what do you call it? I know in high school there was like a film course. It was like a creative writing and a film course. We focused on like creative writing, poetry, like just writing, making writing fun. For like the first half, and then the second half was, hey, we're gonna watch movies. We're gonna like analyze movies. And I think it's at that point that I think it really clicked with me, just how cool movies can really be. Like at that point, I'd seen films that like really stuck with me. I'd watched Whiplash when I was a little bit too young to have seen it, but that's fine. We don't worry about that. And I also watched an Italian film, Life is Beautiful, which also really, really stuck with me. And you know, getting to be in a room where I see that, oh wow, movies can mean so much to other people, not just me. Like I'm not the only one who has these experiences. It was kind of eye-opening, and just getting to watch different kinds of films and getting to like, you know, treat them as something like to analyze, something to take seriously, I thought was wonderful. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to make my own movies. I want to make something that connects to people.
Yeah.
I want to say it was around then.
Nice. Okay. And now, Mark. So your family isn't typically a film family. They're more business and construction. So where did your artistic drive kind of resonate from?
So my mom is she owned her own jewelry business for over 10 years. And so I think I definitely have more of the creative side from her in terms of, like, she would design her own jewelry and everything. So she definitely has that kind of creative side that my dad doesn't have as much. He's more of a logical person than like as creative. But my mom would always show me movies as a kid, and so it wasn't as much of like, oh, like we're a family of filmmakers, but there was definitely a appreciation for film from the start, I would say, or at the very least, I grew up with the we had the DVD set of like the original Star Wars trilogy. So I definitely, in terms of what movie I've seen the most in my life, probably Empire Strikes Back. That was a Christmas tradition for us.
Hey,
for some reason,
families have movies like that.
Yeah. So there was always that side, but I think I don't really know where I got the directing from in general. Just kind of, there was always at least some sort of appreciation for film to some degree.
Yeah. And you're kind of like, your family is film, right? Like kind of like movie nights and all that kind of vibe. So
we enjoy a good movie.
Did that, like bonding with your parents through film, kind of, instead of independently but together, like shape you?
Oof. Well, they introduced me to dramas was a really, really big genre that we played or that we watched often. And I think that's a lot of where my appreciation and my love for drama films stems from, is just how often I watched those, how often I connected with those. Those were always the ones that left the biggest impact on me. And we also took footsteps into thrillers and superheroes, obviously. But those are always the ones that stuck with me the most. Those are the ones that we also watched the most. I think that's a really, really big influence that had on me. Just watching dramas and just always having an environment to be like, hey, this is a good movie. How did it make you feel? And it's like, oh, I liked it. It was really emotional, really this.
Yeah.
Always had an environment to share and talk about movies and to connect over them. I like that a lot.
Yeah, my family used to do movie night, but we weren't in analyzing it as much. We were just like, oh, fun movie night, here we go.
That's sort of how it was for me when we do movie nights. It was kind of like that.
Yeah, that helped. Yeah, that's how it is. Well, was. I'm cheating. So, sorry, moving on, Mark. You believe that negativity, relatively towards films, but I think in general is boring. Why do you think that is?
Negativity
is boring.
Yeah, I just think it's a waste of energy a lot of the time. Obviously, there's things to be negative about. Not everything is sunshine and rainbows, but it's. I think it is. I think sometimes you need to focus on what you like and how to improve on the things that you like, rather than dwelling in the negativity of things. It's just, you're just kind of wasting your time, wasting your energy, and it doesn't. I can't think of anything productive that's come out of like pure negativity. So I think trying to keep that that like sort of optimism is really important. It's been important for me. That's like an important lesson I've had to learn, is like learning to sort of keep your head up. So I just think I roll with the mentality that dwelling on like cynicism or negativity is just not a very productive way to go about things. At all. I think that's what I would say.
Yeah. And Julio, whenever you kind of watch movies now, you're analyzing it for something. But is there like one certain thing that you want to find in almost every movie?
Ooh. I like movies about people. I think, like, that's, of course, the guy who likes drama is going to like movies about people. But those tend to be the ones that, you know, I find to be the most inspiring. I like films that are they don't necessarily have to be like life-affirming. I love a good life-affirming film. Punch Drunk Love is one of my favorite films ever. It is very life-affirming, very, very, very optimistic about people, but just films about people in general, whether it paints them in a good or a bad light. I love that. I love getting into them. I love being able to analyze these characters, and I love when there's like a deep emotional core to it that I really can connect with, whether they're good or bad people. Those are the films that really get me. I would say that's probably what I look for the most. I like movies about people, about individuals.
Yeah.
I think those, like, they say a lot about people, and I love that. I love hearing about people. I love hearing about different experiences, different artists. I love being able to connect on these shared experiences. It makes me feel alive.
That reminds me, have you ever seen the movie? I think it's called, I don't think it's The Pursuit of Happiness. But it has Will Smith. He's the main character, but he lost.
That's Pursuit of Happiness, yeah.
But he lost a daughter, right? Mm-hmm. And so they hired these actors to play Time, I think Love, Death, and then there's one more I can't remember. But when you said that's like a movie that like I love, which is so sad, but it's so like it's so beautifully portrayed.
Seen it.
Yeah,
I
forget what it's called. John, can you look it up, please?
I'm pretty sure.
What's the name? Is it The Pursuit of Happiness? But no, that's the one with the son, isn't it? There's another one that he made where he's like a CEO of a big company, and his employees are the ones that are trying to like help him get out of like a depressive state he's in. Yes, Collateral Beauty.
Oh, I have not seen Collateral Beauty either.
Not me putting film majors on next year. You guys should watch it. I think, as a non-film major, I still think it's a very beautiful movie. And the way that they like, I just think it's so like, I don't know. Like you said, like it's about people.
Yeah.
And like, I just love the part where they like literally hire these actors to almost like make him feel like he's in a psychosis of like, oh, love is talking to me, time is talking to me, you know, all of that. Like, it's crazy, and it's really good, and you should watch it because
we'll have to check it out.
Which is kind of ironic because like I probably should remember the name, but I don't remember the name. But it's so good, so definitely watch it, guys.
I shall.
Please, and then come back to me and let me know what you guys
For sure.
Interview number 2.
Yeah.
Interview number 2.
Come back,
yeah.
Just straight movie reviews, guys. Even though I don't know anything about, well, actually now I'm learning.
You're learning.
Now I'm learning.
Yeah, now you can say you know more about movies.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how I feel. I'm going to tell y'all something that's kind of embarrassing. Not really, but kind of. So in the film class I'm taking, at the beginning, before we started like orientation week, she asked us what role we wanted. Mm-hmm. And of course, I don't know anything about roles. Like, I didn't know about the 1,000 things you could do behind a camera. So my only 2 answers were actor and videographer. But that's how I call it. It's not cinematographer. Well, it's cinematographer, technically.
Yeah.
But, like, I felt so embarrassed when my group mates were like, oh, what'd you put down? And I was like, actor? I just felt so silly because I was like, wait. Ooh. It was a humbling experience for me, guys. I was like.
That's how it goes, yeah.
Yep.
Who doesn't want to be an actor, though? I want to be an actor. I love acting.
I mean, like, I don't think I could direct I mean, I could write like, you know, for a 5-minute film, but I don't know how they do 2 hours or however long. Like, it's actually crazy.
It's tough. It's tough. I'm currently writing one for a class. Writer's block is a real thing. It's easy to think about it like, oh, I know I want this to happen. I know I want it to be about this. I want it to go here. Then you get to like, okay, so what actually happens? You're just sitting there like, I don't know how to make this 2 hours.
Yeah. How many pages do you think there is for a 2-hour movie?
Typically, it's like the rule of thumb is 1 page is 1 minute. So typically it's about like 120 pages for 120 minutes.
But that would kind of depend on the movie, because sometimes you end up with
For
a 2-hour movie that was like an 150-page script, but they cut a bunch of. They either filmed and cut stuff, or they cut stuff from the script when it came to actually filming. So I think it sort of depends on the writer and everything. Also, like, if you have, I think the 1 minute per 1 page of dialogue more so applies to like dialogue.
Yeah.
But if you have just like an entire page worth of descriptions of just actions happening, that might be like 2 minutes of stuff. If it's just like, you know, a bunch of kind of things like that.
Yeah. And with that, Mark, you said you admire older film techniques, right? So what do modern filmmakers kind of lose by rushing their shots almost, or kind of saving time because, like you said, like, oh, I can correct that real quick?
Well, I think lighting is a big thing that's kind of been lost recently, in that there's been a shift more towards like soft lighting of just like making everything look as smooth as possible so that you have the most options in post for how you can color grade and everything, which is useful in a way, but at the same time, it also makes for a weird thing where it kind of looks worse in the process because it's less stylized. It's there's less intention behind what lighting choices you make. Obviously, I'm not like an expert on the subject, but excuse me. I think there's that element of it. I think there's just a lack of intentionality in general. You hear a lot of stories in recent years with kind of big blockbuster productions where, especially from like visual effects artists, who will kind of be like, oh yeah, so I've constantly run into the experience where studios will request one thing and then a week before the deadline, they completely change their mind and want something completely different from this. So having more options kind of makes things harder on a lot of people, especially in like post-production stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that sense of intentionality is lost in filmmaking when you just kind of get as many angles as possible. You shoot everything on a green screen so you can have as many options, but you can just put whatever you want in the background. And while that's nice to some degree, I think sometimes it's better to just plan things out from the start and just know exactly what you want. And that's how some of the best filmmakers ever go about things, and how some of the best films ever made are made. I mean, you think of something like Parasite or something like that, where, like, you know, he had storyboards and everything, like everything was planned out. It's like,
yeah, I can jump on that too. I remember, like, I want to say, like, last summer I took a trip to LA. We went to the the Academy of Motion Pictures Museum, and at that time they had an exhibit on Bong Joon-ho, and you got to see like how meticulously planned he was. Like, the storyboards almost looked identical to what was in the film. It was my mind was blown just how planned it all was, and it really comes through in the final. It is that good.
great movie if you haven't seen it.
So
Parasite.
true. Go watch Parasite.
Definitely have not seen it. Actually, I heard about it, but I'm kind of scared because I'm a chicken when it comes to like scary or like thriller or like.
I wouldn't say it's scary. It's not really horror in any way. It's like, I guess, sort of a thriller in some ways, but I wouldn't say it's like, I'd say it's pretty accessible. There's not, I don't think there's that much in there that's going to be like too crazy inaccessible for people generally. But that is probably heard about it before, but if you haven't seen Parasite, like watch Parasite. It is that good. It's just one of those like just really one of those, because I like movies that are both very entertaining but also carry meaning behind them. And I think Parasite that's why like my favorite movie is Mad Max Fury Road. Like that's like big action, very entertaining, very fast paced, but I think there's also meaning behind it. There's like intention. There's intention behind the way that was made and the way it's written and everything. And I think Parasite is kind of one of those movies where it's just like, it's just really good. It's a great movie.
Where we at with the pictures?
I'm almost done.
I'm in a good place, I think.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
pretty
You're in a good
simple.
place.
I think so.
Okay. So we're gonna start. You can finish yours, but let me hand you.
Here I am.
So I'm gonna show it to the camera. And
Oh!
And
this will
then
be a
There we
funny
go.
way.
you're
This will
gonna
be a funny way.
explain what's going on here. I think I
All
can
right,
see
it's like a little cycle.
see it?
That's the ideal life cycle.
Can you see it, Javier? Dang it. Here. I'm handing it to Tom.
For that camera.
Yes.
This one.
Wide shot. Okay, go ahead.
You said no stick figures, so I gave them a little bit more mass, and I did 4 of them.
Fair enough. Fair.
So like you said, like give me your future. I'm like, okay, I see myself doing 4 things, or 3 things mostly, and one of them might happen, it might not. I want to be a writer. I want to write stuff. Top right is the start. I want to write more scripts, write more movies. I want to shoot those movies, direct those movies. I don't know if you can tell, I might want to be a filmmaker in the future.
Yeah.
I want to just be really involved in the process. I want to edit the film. I want to bring it to life. I want to maybe or maybe not win awards for them. Maybe not. I don't know. That'd be cool though.
Hey, who knows? But it's very competitive, so.
It is very
I
competitive.
feel like anything is competitive. Also,
That
can
does
you
not look
sign
like
your
it.
name in that corner? So your signature.
In the
please.
corner, of course.
Yes.
I will hopefully give a
Yes,
good
'cause
signature.
These
Let's
are for
find
me
out.
to keep.
Ooh.
Yeah, y'all can't take it with you, sorry guys.
Boom. There we go. Signed.
Amazing. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna put yours right here. Okay. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
We're gonna hand it to John, and you're gonna explain real
Yay.
quick.
Okay. Cool.
Yay! Sound more excited.
Yeah, come on, bud, that's your
Yay!
future. That's
Yay!
your future right
This is
there.
my future. At least I hope so. So I would hope that hopefully 7 years from now, well, I'll be like 26, 7 years from now. It'd be cool if I'm directing my first movie by then. That'd be cool. I'd like that. And I sort of just did different elements of that. I just kind of, you got like the clapboard. in the
Oscar, I
middle.
guess.
Oscar,
I
guess.
drew that and I'm like, that does not look like an Oscar. I'm like, yeah, I like my movies. I'd like people to like my movies. I would like
Don't forget your
for
signature.
people to watch my movies in theaters, preferably. I would like to write my movies once I get past my whole writing's too hard thing.
It do be hard though.
It is
They
hard.
do. I couldn't even write a 5-minute one, so I'm like.
It's tough. I have to write one potentially for my lighting and cinematography class for a little scene that we're doing, and I'm like, I don't know what to write, but I'll probably come up with something. Time limits help with me. Like I wrote, like my favorite short film of mine that I made was made in 48 hours for like a competition at my high school. Like we just wrote, filmed, and edited it in a weekend, and that's my favorite film I've made. So hey, like.
Well, there we have it, guys.
Yeah.
So my last question.
Yes.
Last question.
Oh, the final one.
Final question.
Whoa.
Okay, and then we'll end it. What? No, okay. Don't go into depth. Just like almost like a log line, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so give me a log line of y'all's dream film that you guys would make.
I think we're gonna have pretty opposite answers, actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Oh no,
You can go first.
A dream film of mine goes into the lives of many different people and how they influence each other throughout the course. Maybe not throughout the course of their life, but just how deeply they, influence each other, how they grew because of each other, be it like friends or be it family or any sort of like a relationship, a romantic relationship. I want to explore that sort of thing, how people matter to people, and ultimately just kind of answer, do people just really want to be seen? Is that like just what we are at our core? So we just want someone to understand and see us.
Nice. Mark?
I was right. It is opposite.
Oh, no.
It is, not that nothing like fully support, but in terms of like dream, like I have unlimited budget. I have like
Yeah.
no problem with anything. Like I want to make like a fantasy trilogy of movies. Like I'd want to make something like kind of big and grand. And it's one of those things that's kind of just been like a little thing that's just like this little world that like but like kind of having this like trilogy, like almost like Lord of the Rings, I guess, that has like kind of a full arc to it and everything in this like big kind of high fantasy world. Because I feel like sometimes like that's what you need, is you just need something that's like big and grand, and those films are just as important in a lot of ways, and I think that'd be really fun to do. Or I want to do every genre, man. I'm not limiting myself to just one. Like I want to do everything I can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, since you guys asked me my dream film to make, my dream film, I just am a sucker for romance. So,
Yeah.
I love a good romance.
I love the toe gripping, like, will they make it out? Will they
Will they,
not?
won't
Like,
they? Yeah.
like that kind of like the agonizing, like,
Mhm.
but then like you're like happy.
Like
I'm a sucker
gothic
for happy
romance,
endings.
just like
Yeah, something like
very
that.
very dramatic. Like
Yes.
we need more of that. Like
Yes.
more dramatic romance.
Mhm.
Like,
True.
I think we need more of that.
Exactly. Well, I think we covered
Yeah.
everything, guys.
All
Yeah.
right.
How are we feeling?
Feeling
Good.
awesome.
Amazing.
And to the viewer, come to Cinema Club every
Yes.
Wednesday.
Every
in
Wednesday.
MH 20124 at 6 p.m. We watch movies.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them.
They've all been good so far this semester.
They
I
have.
hope that stays the same.
Yeah. I would hope we don't show a movie that's not good.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and make them good. But when you join Cinema Club, because you will join Cinema Club.
Or if
and
you're
you-
interested in film.
Yes.
That's true. You
Sorry,
should.
had to plug it.
Yeah, of
You know,
course.
you're not the only people that done that.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
I think at the end of
Gotta
each
take the
podcast they plug
opportunity.
it in.
Yeah,
no,
like-
it's okay. That's fair. I mean, hence that's why I reached out to you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess say bye to the viewers.
Goodbye,
Bye,
viewers.
weekend.
Thanks for watching.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.